it's Jackie with Reborn Babies Are Forever Babies. And I have a new backdrop up today, and I have something very special in store for all of you. Our story begins today with this seaside backdrop that I picked up. I thought it was very appropriate for what I had in mind for all of us today to take part in. I want to start off first of all by thanking everyone for the lovely comments and for viewing the box opening of my Saskia Sculpt Levi. I absolutely love that baby. He is the apple of my eye right now. But I gotta tell you all, while I was waiting for little Levi to arrive, I was on eBay one afternoon and I found a toddler that you don't see very often, and probably most of you have never seen before. And he is actually here with us today, and I actually have another little surprise I'd like to share with you. Now, little baby Patrick, he was playing in the sand, and he was so happy and delighted to see the waves coming in and rolling out that he almost didn't notice the little noise that was coming up from behind him. And I would like to introduce all of you to my new toddler boy, Patrick. And Patrick is a Vikki Ebbeling sculpt. He is an extremely limited edition of 250. When he came up to auction, I had seen this baby's photos before, as I spend a lot of time on different websites reading blogs, and this baby had actually been posted around 2007 and 2008. There was a post on the Ella Rose, which is what he is. He was painted by an award-winning artist named Janet Duncan, and she was actually at the Rose International Doll Show this year and was helping to teach an advanced class. But as I was saying, I did recognize this little guy when he was up on eBay last week, and immediately began negotiating a price with his last mommy. Now, anybody that knows me and has been following my channel would know that this baby would be something that I would have to add to my collection. He is very sweet and very, very charming. He's actually exactly the kind of baby that I look for my collection, because I love to do role-playing videos. And what I have in store for you today is extremely cute and special. Now, I have decided I'm going to name him Patrick, as I love his strawberry blonde hair and his complexion and his light golden brown eyes. He just looks like he would probably be a little Irish baby. And actually, he looks like he could probably be mine. I'm not Irish, but I do have this coloring. I just want to get a little closer view so you can see some of his finer details. And he is 24 to 25 inches tall. His hair is rooted, and I gave him a conditioning treatment. Actually, I gave him 2 or 3 treatments on his hair, and it is extremely soft right now, and I love how I can comb it up if that's what I would like to do, and I think that's probably what I want. Now, on the back of his neck right here, you'll see that he has a Vikki Ebbeling mark from 2008. So this is absolutely not a new sculpt. However, this is exactly the kind of baby that I love the most in my collection. Don't you just love his profile? Beautiful, beautiful baby. And the teeth and the spit bubbles, I'm sure you can all see why this baby was a I gotta have him. Now I also want to tell you that little Patrick here is double special because, believe it or not, he has an armature in his body. His mommy, his original mommy, had ordered him with an armature, and I do have 2 other dolls in my collection with armatures. So he is perfect to pose, and he can also stand up. And although he is a good 7 or 8 inches smaller than Julie and the other girls, he sure does pack a whole lot of cute. Now he also has straight legs, which is something that I've been looking for on a toddler boy to add to my collection so that I could put him in a doll stand. And I'm telling you guys, this baby is extremely realistic looking, and I can see why his mommy had a hard time giving him up. He's going to be a lot of fun to make videos with. So now I'm going to get back to our story. So as Patrick was playing in the sand, Mommy reached over and gave him a marshmallow and told him she would be right back. She was just going to go and check on the other babies that were playing just up the beach a tiny bit. And so, while Mommy was gone, Patrick heard a noise. So he heard the noise, and he turned around, and he couldn't believe what his eyes were seeing. Could it be? Could it be? Yes, I think it is. A magical baby dragon had appeared. And he climbed out of the little cave that was behind Patrick. And I think maybe he heard. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, appeared a baby dragon. Now he must have smelled the marshmallow, and that enticed him to want to come out of the cave and see what little Patrick was eating. And the baby loved the dragon. He could not believe what was standing in front of him, and he giggled. But you know, that little dragon, you know what he wanted? He wanted a marshmallow. And Patrick was more than willing to share the marshmallow with the little dragon. The dragon was very happy to return the favor with kisses. And of course, he got full. But he did love Patrick. And out came his flaming kisses. And Patrick thought, oh my goodness, what is this dragon doing? Patrick knew he had to try to keep the baby dragon quiet, and he wanted to keep him a secret. He didn't want any of the other babies to know. So he wrapped his arms around the little dragon and began humming a sweet little lullaby that Mommy had taught him. And the dragon listened, and you could tell by the look in the dragon's eyes that he was falling in love with Patrick. He had not ever seen a human baby before, and he knew that this was love.
Magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff. He brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow where'er they came. Pirate ships would lower their flag when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Dragons live forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant strings make way for other toys. One sad night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff, that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. His head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, sadly slipped into his cave. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
Thank